So good day, everyone. My name is Judelyn Patero from the Northeastern Mindanao State University, Cantilan Campus, Surigao del Sur in the island of Mindanao, Philippines. So my talk is about the effects of physics alphabet model on the mean achievement of the students' performance. So physics use models of various kinds to aid the understanding of complicated physical situations. This implies that mastery of the physics concepts will only be realized upon using instructional materials. Teaching physics without learning materials will certainly result to students' low performance in the class. A professionally qualified science teacher, no matter how well trained she is, would be unable to put his ideas or her ideas into practice if the school setting lacks the equipment and materials needed to translate his or her competence into reality. In the Philippines, one of the academic environment indices that remained to be a challenge identified was the limited instructional materials and technologies and poor laboratory facilities. Over a long period of time, it has been well documented that students have misconception with the meaning of letters or symbol of physical quantities. Symbols actually are the cornerstone of the written language of physics and mathematics, but if inconsistencies, but if there is inconsistencies, it poses a challenge to the students. So to help address the above mentioned challenges, a physics alphabet model was developed as an instructional material to help aid students' performance. So the physics alphabet model is designed to provide an environment for interactive student engagement and enhance system skills abilities. Particularly, it provides less confusion and less difficult for the students to identify and familiarize the notation of the quantity to its symbol and units. For the effects of this model to the students, the researchers used the quasi-experimental design that involves selecting groups upon which a variable is tested without any random pre-selection process. This primarily deals in determining the significant difference in the mean achievements of the students having and without having a physics alphabet model in studying physics. The respondents are a heterogeneous group of students in grade 10 under the basic education curriculum, a regular curriculum under the K-12 program. They were chosen equally to ensure diversity of ideas and opportunities among respondents and were identified as least in the performance of physics subjects. So 30 of the 52 students from grade 10 gold and 30 of the 55 students in grade 10 silver were randomly sampled based on their grading in second quarter performance. We have to take note that the sections gold and silver here are just name of the sections and are of the same level of performance. So the 30 students from the two sections were assigned and divided to as experimental group and control group. So the study was conducted at the Cantilan National High School, Magasang, Cantilan, Surigao del Sur, and the development of this physics alphabet model was done at the Science Building, Northeastern Mindanao State University. So the research instrument, the researcher uses a researcher-made questionnaire which was validated by the experts and consists of a 50 item with only 3 options for every item. And then the formulation of each item is based on the topic discussed before and after the test. The statistical used here is the match paired t-test, and it is an unequal variance where it was statistically analyzed through the use of SPSS software. So data analysis, we calculated the mean, standard deviation, and the t-test statistical tools were used Scores of the different groups were computed and used in the testing the hypothesis. So the level of the significance adapted for this analysis was p equals 0.05. This level of significance formed the basis for or rejecting or not rejecting each of the hypotheses. So for the results and discussion, so we have table 1 here for the mean achievement scores of the students in physics with and without the physics alphabet model. So we see in the table that the experimental group has a mean achievement scores of 9.53 in the pretest and 15.40 in the post-test. So this means that there is an increase in the students' performance with the application of physics alphabet model as an instructional material. So table 2, uh, the paired differences table. So pair 1 implies that there is significant difference at 0.05 level of significance between the pretest and post-test mean scores of the experimental group. This means that the pretest mean score is significantly different from post-test mean score with respect to the utilization of the physics alphabet model in studying physics using conventional method of teaching in the experimental group. And this also implies that using this model has a great upshots to the performance of the students in physics where there was a significant increase on their scores. So table 3 above represents the data between the difference of the average mean from the pre-test to post-test of the experimental group, control group, and the experimental control, whereas P is significant at 0.05 level, where C is 2.045. Based on the result, it was found out that there is really a significant difference among the three variables, since the t-value obtained of all the variables are p greater than 0.05. Therefore, the result warrants the rejection of the null hypothesis. The researchers accept the alternate hypothesis that there is a significant difference of the students' mean achievement scores in studying physics between experimental group with a physics alphabet model and control group without the physics alphabet model as an aid of instruction. On comparison of the t-value, it reveals that the experimental group is significantly higher in its level of rejection of H sub O than the control group. On the other hand, comparing the post-test between two respondents, it reveals that there is also a significant difference noted and implies that integrating physics alphabet model is as an instructional materials has its effects on the performance of students in Cantila National High School. Thus, it increases their mean achievement score in physics. In conclusion, the modified physics alphabet model was effective as an instructional model where it increases students' mean achievement in the class. There is a significant difference of the students' performance in studying physics between experimental group having a physics alphabet model and the control group without applying the model as an aid of instruction. Thank you for listening.